The personality of our favorite performers and reality TV stars may also be shown via their cars. There are celebrities that adore the style of vintage cars. Some, on the other hand, desire luxury and power, with vehicles that can go far over 200 miles per hour. Thankfully, some celebrities have taken part in the purchase and preservation of muscle vehicles to demonstrate their genuine passion for automobiles. See who is in charge of what by taking a look around. These 5 celebrities are often spotted out and about around town with their classic muscle cars. Here are the 13 coolest muscle cars owned and driven by A-list celebrities. Starting off at number 13, we have the Ford Falcon XB Coupe, Eric Bana. Australian racing legend Eric Bana has always been fascinated by the sport. He drives a practical car most of the time, but his 1974 Ford Falcon XB has a particular place in his heart. In an interview, Eric revealed that ever since he witnessed one of the most famous races in Australia, he had always desired a Ford Falcon Coupe. The car was frequently disregarded during a time when the GTO and the Mustang were extremely well liked and significant vehicles. Bravo to the actor for selecting this wonderful vehicle as his preferred vehicle. At number 12, we have the 1970 Plymouth Superbird, John Cena. As one might expect from a massive wall of strength who earns his living by destroying other heavyweight wrestlers, WWE superstar John Cena has an impressive collection of cars. Among his most impressive muscle cars is the 1970 Plymouth Superbird. Cena's fascination in NASCAR history is evident through this Superbird and his 1969 Dodge Daytona. Even if at the time the Superbird wasn't a big hit. In the years that have passed, collectors and fans have grown to appreciate and value it, making it a collector's classic. It is definitely a car for superstars. Here at number 11, we have the 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda and 1970 Dodge Charger, Kevin Hart. The 1970 Dodge Charger that Kevin Hart owns is a carbon fiber Hellraiser, constructed by Speedcore. 950 pound-feet of torque and 1,000 horsepower are generated by the supercharged 7.0-liter V8 engine of the Elephant. Since the Hellraiser represents the peak of Speedcore's engineering and design, the use of the now sold-out Elephant crate engine is warranted. The 1970 Hemi Cuda that Kevin formerly had was one of Hart's favorite vehicles until it was totaled in a collision in 2019. One of the most well-liked muscle cars available today is still the Hemi Cuda, according to most people. At number 10, we have the 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1, Liam Hemsworth. The former spouse of Miley Cyrus, Liam Hemsworth, is already attractive, but when you include a 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1 in the mix, the Australian celebrity gets even more gorgeous. Liam still retains his 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1, which he is regularly seen driving. Ford produced a limited edition version of the Mustang Mach 1 after the initial model proved to be successful. The 2021 Mach 1 will cost you almost $50,000 compared to its previous price of about $3,000. Coming up at number 9, we have the 1965 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray, Robert Downey Jr. Tony Stark has been the emblem of the Marvel Universe for many years, thanks to Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of the Playboy billionaire's genius. It turns out that the 1965 Chevrolet Corvette painted in Glen Green is the vehicle of choice for the Iron Man. This is the dream car for many collectors throughout the globe. With this car, Downey didn't go overboard. He just gave it a little restoration, adjusted the engine, and swapped out the wheels. In addition to collecting unusual automobiles, Robert likes to display them in his garage for admiration by visitors of all ages. At number 8, we have the 1967 Pontiac GTO Convertible, Justin Timberlake. You could hit a star with a huge collection of cars anywhere in Hollywood if you swung your arm. One of those is Justin Timberlake. The 1967 Pontiac GTO is one of Timberlake's favorite cars in his collection. Acquiring a Pontiac GTO for himself was Timberlake's way of showing off how much he loved the vehicle his character drove in Clint Eastwood's Trouble with the Curve. Among the most expensive classic automobiles ever is the GTO. Now at number 7, we have the 1981 Chevrolet Camaro Z28, Matthew McConaughey. Being a child's dream automobile, Matthew McConaughey cherishes the vintage Chevrolet that his girlfriend Camila Alves gifted him for his 40th birthday. The Camaro is one of the most attractive coupes of the decade thanks to its striking black paint job and T-tops. His easygoing personality and sense of style made this Camaro a perfect fit for him. One clear benefit of the second-generation Camaro is that it is still a competitively priced car. At number 6, we have the 1969 Dodge Hemi Charger and Lawman Boss 429 Mustang, Bill Goldberg. One of the greatest collections of vintage cars in the nation is still thought to be Goldberg's. Many highly sought-after muscle automobiles belong to the great wrestler. Famous Ford Mustang Boss 429, Lawman, dragster from 1970 is his property. It has a 7-liter, supercharged V8 engine that produces about 1,000 horsepower and an automated gearbox. One of the few Boss 429s with an automatic transmission is this one. A 1969 Dodge Hemi Charger is also present, the model who relaunched the brand into the mainstream. At number 5, we have the 1965 Ford Mustang Convertible, Lisa Bonet. Jason Momoa is a gentleman, despite his tough guy character being great for movies, as seen by the wonderful present he recently gave to Lisa Bonet, his wife at the time. Momoa made the decision to intervene on his own behalf and salvage his wife's car. He took it to Divine One Customs, a custom car manufacturer located in Las Vegas. He got things put back to how it was. Naturally, Lisa was much more enamored with his Mustang than she had been before, and she was astounded by the restoration. However, Jason and Lisa are no longer together. So at number 4, we have the 1965 Shelby Cobra, and too many others, Jay Leno. Jay Leno is most likely the gearhead we would have to refer to as the king of all gearheads. Jay is widely known for his passion for cars, and because of his money, he has accumulated quite the collection. Owning to a booming replica market, auto shows frequently include the Shelby Cobra. But original models are quite hard to get these days. Even more exotic than most, this episode of Jay Leno's Garage shows a 1965 Shelby 427 Cobra. Just 23 competition models were produced. According to Jay, operating an automobile is a lot of fun, and similar to operating a hand grenade. At number 3, we have the Chevrolet Nova SS Driven, Lady Gaga. Famous pop star enjoys owning and driving classic American vehicles. The Lincoln Continental, Ford Mustang, Chevrolet El Camino, Ford Bronco, and Chevrolet Nova SS are just a few of the vintage and performance vehicles that Lady Gaga keeps in her garage. Of all the vintage cars she has, her pristine blue Nova SS appears to be the most appealing. Considered one of the smallest American muscle cars at the time, the 1968 makeover of the Nova by Chevrolet saw the addition of the SS trim level. A 396 CI big block engine was also available at a premium price, but the 350 CU small block engine was a standard engine for the Nova SS. At number 2, we have the 1968 Dodge Charger RT Driven, Brody Jenner. The well-known TV personality drives the 1968 Dodge Charger, which he calls to as his little baby, in addition to a 1967 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. Around 2010, Brody Jenner purchased the black RT with the 426 Hemi engine on his own. Though he thinks it's not the most dependable automobile, he still loves to drive it because it's so much fun to drive. Unlike its predecessor, the second-generation Charger proved to be a huge success for its maker when it went on sale for the 1968 model year. Additionally, the RT Charger, made famous by its noteworthy role in a vehicle chase sequence in the 1968 film Bullet, was available in the same model year. Finally, at number 1, we have the 1963 Ferrari 250 GTO Driven, Nick Mason. I felt foolish to be spending so much money when I paid £35,000 for the 250 GTO in 1977. I had no idea it would be worth £30 million in 2016. In the late 1970s, the drummer for Pink Floyd made this observation on how his prudent buy would come out as silly. Additionally, the Ferrari 250 GTO, which sold for $70 million in 2018, surpassed all other cars in the world in terms of price. This surpasses the most costly Ford Mustang in existence, a 1968 Shelby GT350R owned by British Grand National racer Ken Miles, who won the 1965 SCCA event. With just 36 made, the 250 GTO was meant to be a Group 3 GT racer. Its 2,953cc V12 engine produces 217 pound-feet of torque at 5,500 RPM and 296 horsepower at 7,500 RPM. With those engine statistics and its low curb weight of 2,000 pounds, it could attain a peak speed of 174 miles per hour and accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.4 seconds. What do you think about these cars? Do you think it matches the personality of each celebrity? Let us have your thoughts in the comment section. As we wrap it up, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more interesting contents like this.